Welcome back, Focus Learners, to another explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because our goal is super practical. We're going to solve a very real, very frustrating problem: AI distraction. You know that feeling when your language model just totally loses the plot because of one tiny random detail you threw into the prompt? Yeah, we've all been there. Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're unpacking a highly specific, really clever technique called System 2 Attention, or S2A for short. Let me just start by hooking you with a little mystery. Can a single, seemingly harmless, totally irrelevant sentence really trick a hyper-advanced AI? I mean, you'd probably assume that these massive neural networks, trained on literal billions of parameters, are completely immune to a little background noise, right? But, as we're going to see today, their attention spans can actually be surprisingly fragile. This whole mystery of the distracted AI is exactly what we're tackling right now. Section 1. The distracted AI problem. Let's look at exactly how easily a highly capable AI can be derailed by conversational noise. So check out this brilliant example from our source material. It involves Sam Liccardo, the former mayor of San Jose. And just for the record, he was actually born in Saratoga. In our first scenario, a prompt feeds the model some random trivia about Saratoga parks and then asks where he was born. The AI nails it. It correctly answers Saratoga. But contrast that with the second scenario. We take that exact same prompt, but we swap out the Saratoga trivia for a line about Sunnyvale's parks. And suddenly, the AI confidently claims he was born in Sunnyvale. It's wild. Factual history gets completely rewritten just because of some irrelevant park trivia. So, why in the world does this happen? Well, the main culprit behind this kind of AI hallucination is a technical mechanism known as soft attention. Essentially, it's a known weakness in transformer-based large language models where the AI focuses way too closely on whatever context you just spoon-fed it in the current prompt. Think about it like human conversation. Imagine you're trying to have a deep, serious talk in a super crowded, noisy room. The AI basically hears a loud, irrelevant conversation happening right next to it, like, say, Sunnyvale's beautiful parks. And it gets so distracted by that shiny new information that it literally forgets the actual facts it was supposed to retrieve. Section 2. Enter System 2 Attention. So how exactly do we clean the room before the AI tries to think? Enter System 2 Attention, or S2A. You can kind of think of it as a detective's magnifying glass that just burns right through the fog. S2A is a prompting technique that fundamentally acts as a filter. So instead of just handing the AI a messy, complicated prompt, S2A explicitly asks the model to regenerate your prompt first, stripping out all the irrelevant context before any of the actual analytical work begins. It's a highly strategic workaround specifically designed to just eliminate all that noise. Let's move to how this builds mechanically. It's a beautifully simple three-step flow. Step 1, you input your original, maybe kind of noisy and opinionated prompt. Step 2, the AI takes that input, puts on its strict editor hat, and regenerates a clean, stripped-down version of the text. Step 3, the AI takes that brand new, sanitized prompt and uses it to generate the final response. You're basically forcing the model to take a deep breath and outline the real question before it just blurts out an answer. To make this super concrete, let's look at an actual System 2 Attention prompt template pulled straight from our source. Notice how explicitly it instructs the AI. It literally says, given the following text, extract the part that is unbiased and not their opinion. It forces the AI to strictly categorize the data, creating two completely separate buckets: an unbiased text context bucket and a question/query bucket. By forcing the AI to physically separate the data right there in its working memory, you stop it from blending your opinions or random facts into its logical processing. It's all about structural discipline. Section 3. S2A in action. Now, theory is fantastic, but let's take the solution out for a test drive, shall we? Let's look at a classic test case. We'll read it together. Mary has 3 times as much candy as Megan. Mary adds 10 more pieces. Max has 1,000 more books than Mary. If Megan has 5 pieces of candy, how many does Mary have in total? Now look really closely at that third sentence. Max has 1,000 more books than Mary. That right there, that's our shiny, distracting object. It has absolutely zero to do with Mary's candy, but it throws this massive, heavily weighted number right smack into the middle of the AI's processing window. And this brilliantly illustrates the power of the S2A technique. When you use just a standard prompt, the AI gets entirely confused by Max's massive library. It does all this panicked algebra and lands on a wildly incorrect answer of 328 pieces of candy.
But when we apply the S2F filter first, the AI entirely drops the sentence about Max's books, it regenerates a perfectly clean prompt, does the simple math, 3 times 5 is 15 plus 10 is 25, and effortlessly arrives at the correct answer, 25. The noise is completely gone and the pure logic remains.
So what does this all mean for us? The absolutely crucial takeaway here is that even if you don't use the full multi-step S2A template every single time you open a chat window, the underlying philosophy here should totally upgrade your daily prompting habits. We have to be proactive about minimizing irrelevant context ourselves. When you're writing prompts, try to strip out opinions like I think or I don't think. Avoid injecting your personal feelings like I really dislike this argument. And above all, ruthlessly cut unrelated information. The cleaner and tighter your input, the smarter and sharper your AI's output is going to be.
Section 4. The future of S2A. Now, let's pivot and look at where this technique actually stands today, because as we all know, the AI landscape shifts incredibly fast.
Okay, here is the massive twist to our story today. According to the source material, System 2 attention is actually, becoming obsolete. Crazy, right? Why? For a few practical reasons. First off, it's computationally expensive. Making an AI regenerate a massive prompt before it even gives you an answer basically doubles your token usage and your wait time. Second, it's not totally foolproof. Sometimes the AI just fails to remove the irrelevant parts anyway. But the biggest reason is simply evolution. Modern models like GPT-4o have advanced to the point where they actually natively filter out conversational noise. They are naturally getting way better at managing diverse, messy data without needing us to build this expensive extra step into our workflows. They basically just ignore Sunnyvale's Parks and Max's 1,000 books all on their own now.
Which brings us to a really fascinating crossroads. The pace of AI evolution is literally lightning fast. A technique that was cutting edge and totally necessary yesterday is just a built-in, invisible feature today. So it leaves us with this final thought to ponder. As AI naturally learns to filter out the noise and starts reasoning more and more like a human, what other complex prompting tricks that we rely on heavily right now will soon become a thing of the past? Keep experimenting, keep those prompts clean, and I will see you on the next explainer.